Brought to you by the WZIP sports team.
This is Zips Game Day.
Featuring pregame analysis.
Another quarterback who likes to hurt the defense with his legs, looking for the Zips to stop the run this week. The hottest takes.
And the Zips are going to beat the Rutgers Scarlet Knights by a score of 48-17.
Oh, come on, be for real, Dad.
Wow.
And all you need to know before game time.
We have to remember the Zips have not won here in nearly 20 years.
This is the year they're changing it all. Zips win this game.
Zips Game Day kicks off now.
Hello, Zips fans, and welcome to another edition of Zips Game Day, the season recap, and the Zips are the best they have ever been since what year, Matt? 2017. The Zips finished 5-7, and we got a full house here. We got Matt Willis right here.
What's up, everybody?
Juan Ariana's here.
Hello, everyone.
We stole Ben from the entertainment department.
Yeah, I'm like chained to the table. Help me.
And Liam's here as well.
What's up?
So I want to talk
Casual, just hey.
And we have Ty Paulson.
You guys are hooting and hollering. I don't need to be doing all that.
We're already talking over each other. All right.
I'm tired, Grandpa.
Yes, so Ty Paul behind the glass. How's it going, Ty?
Hey guys.
Are you happy with how the Zips have played? Just to finish 5-7. Great things.
Let me answer that question by
Just say
asking you a
yes.
question.
Okay.
Are you?
I'm very happy.
Oh.
Then if you're
just
happy,
deflect
I'm
it right
happy.
back at you.
Hey, you know what? That's perfect. So
This episode can just be called Zips Football 2025, a retrospective.
yes, exactly.
Because we're artsy.
So they closed out the season. They won 3 of their final 4 games. Not bad. And the defense was not the defense that we thought we were going to get. However, from talking about when you go back to week 1, what happened in that Wyoming game, we thought we were going to have one of the best defenses in the MAC, and we did not.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about the Zips and Bowling Green game, though, before we kind of get into all of that in the season, because we typically start these shows talking about last week's game. Zips end up beating Bowling Green. They win by a final score of 19-16. Amazingly, we were tied at 6 after one half of play, and I thought the Zips offense after that Kent State game could have potentially had a letdown, and it kind of did happen. Liam, your lock of 2 missed kicks between both kickers didn't happen. Although I do think Bowling Green's kicker might have missed 2 in the game.
No, he just missed one.
He just missed one. I thought he tried 2
I don't
50-yard
think-
kicks and he didn't make
Yeah,
them.
I said hammer over 1.5. So sorry, public, if I lost you money on that.
How dare you?
Doesn't hurt anyone more than me.
Just what do you guys kind of take away from that first half where it was a very close defensive battle, 6-6, and just Zips were kind of fighting, and it felt like Bowling Green was also fighting.
Yeah, that was a good surprise to have. Our defense really showed up. Their defense did as well. A sack-filled game, 7 total sacks, 13 total tackles for loss. Overall, I think this was a great game. If you guys like watching defensive football, I think this is well done because here's a funny stat I saw right before we started. Ben Finley and Hunter Najim, both quarterbacks, had almost very similar stat lines. Both went 9 for 26. Ben Finley went 176, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, which I think we talked about. That was one of the things they needed to do to win is for him to limit the interceptions, and he only had 1, which is in that retrospective. Good for Ben Finley.
Well, every game
He has an interception.
One
Exactly.
interception,
But he
1 to
kept
2
it-
touchdowns.
Well, yeah, but he kept it to 1 interception instead of blowing it up to 2 or 3, which has been a common thing.
That should have been my lock of the game for last week.
I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure it was because he's thrown an interception mostly every single game. I believe there's only 2 games or 3 where he has not thrown an interception.
Yeah, well, Hunter Najim, 138 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 picks.
Yeah.
So Ben Finley won in that retrospective.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't even say it was a strong run game because both teams went Akron rushed for 143 total yards. Jordan Gant had that 86, so give it up
1,000
yard
yard
rushing
season.
First time since 2008 we've had a 1,000-yard rusher. Dennis Kennedy, the last one to do it. We talked about it last week. Joe
Yes.
Moorhead was the offensive coordinator that year.
Cutting onions, man.
So I'm happy for him.
Cutting onions.
On the Bowling Green side, Austin Dendy went 110 yards. But overall, I think defensively still took over. The pass game was nearly non-existent, and this really just came down to special teams.
I mean, just overall on adding to what Dev said earlier about us, about both teams being at 6 points going into the half. I remember just watching that first half and just being, man, this is Maction. This is what I live for.
It felt like though that you were just like waiting for the dam to break, because it does seem like regardless of whether we do get these random scoring explosions in Maction, so you were just waiting for something to break it open.
It's like this is what I live for on a Tuesday night, watching two teams battle it out.
Yeah, watching an absolute rock fight of a game.
Yeah.
I mean, defense is something that we harped on all season, and I think that defense on both sides was really pretty exemplary in this game. I mean, there was only 3 double-digit play drives the entire game.
Yeah.
So defense is really able to force stops, and just hats off to them.
Yeah, and I think to me, you kind of talk about in the second half, Akron goes out, they get a field goal, it's 9-6. Bowling Green goes down, scores a touchdown, and you're like, okay, here we go. And in years past with Akron, you would have felt like, here we go.
Yeah.
And then you get a one-play, 75-yard catch-and-run touchdown, Israel Polk to the house, and the Zips were up in that game, and they did not trail after that the rest of the way. And, of course, Zips only get one more score after that. But still, we take what we can get it sometimes.
And especially that 50-yard rush by Ben Finley. That was good, too.
I thought it was just either way.
It was
40.
around there,
Yeah.
It was a good rush, though.
Yes.
Very good.
Multiple lines were crossed.
It was interesting because Ben Finley, during his time here, didn't show up to be much of a dual-threat quarterback, but in this game, he did.
This game,
He did it when it mattered most.
In Maction, yeah.
in his last game.
He wanted to save an awesome curtain call is what he was basically.
Of course.
He was hoping for that. Ben, anything to add in this game at all?
It's just seeing Ben Finley go 9 for 26 is just kind of a little sickening. I mean, we've seen it throughout the entire season. He's been here and there. He hasn't really been like top tier good or like really bottom low. He's just been kind of in the middle. But that dual threat claim, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, he was good on his feet this game against Bowling Green. He was not good in the air.
It looked like he was playing hurt.
No
though.
DJ Irons on his feet, but definitely better than DJ Irons with his arm.
Yeah.
I do think, too, you guys were talking about the interception. Ben Finley also fumbled 3 times in this game,
Yeah.
losing 2 of them.
Oh,
Like, I don't know if he ate
Yeah.
popcorn right before or what happened, but that was a weird showing for him.
There was a lot of turnovers in this game.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I think the weather had something to do with it. It was kind of misty, like 38 degrees down at Bowling
Yeah.
Green. So I think
A Maction game.
Action
Exactly.
game,
It
yeah.
was prime
At its
action. It was
finest.
exactly what you expect from a action game.
Fumbles,
basically.
interceptions, close game.
Yes, but what you don't expect is a game of field goals. Like what you would have expected is Matthew Shrem having 4 attempts and making one of them.
Yeah.
Hey,
honestly.
And speaking of
Should have been 16-10.
Yeah, this game should have finished like 9-3 is what should have happened.
Yeah.
speaking of Matthew Schramm, too, give it up for him. 48-yard field goal, his career long.
So what we kind of said last year, we had Garrison Smith felt very good because you're like, okay, here you go, you finally have a kicker. Owen Wiley was a starter at the start of the year. Matthew
None of them
Schramm-
were as big of a weapon as Avery Book punting last year,
Yes.
though. I always have to. Avery Book is my favorite Zip of all time.
Yeah.
Matthew Schramm shows flashes of being a potential good kicker here in the MAC. Does he leave? Garrison Smith left
No, he's not leaving.
after a great season.
He's not leaving.
Oh, did you talk to him?
No, I have not.
You
talked
would
to him.
know.
I have not talked to him, but I know he's not leaving because I mean he has his spot secured. Because who's gonna win him in the kicking battle?
You?
Well, I mean how he's playing, it's insane, man. I mean,
It's over.
Honestly,
Juan was
But-
hoping they just continue to miss every kick for the rest of the year.
He was hoping. He was watching Maction. Like he's like, all right, Schramm's
my time to
48-yard
shine.
kick. That thing needs to come up 20 yards short, and then Joe Moore has to call
he
me
needed it
tomorrow.
to get bad. Like last year when Arizona State had open tryouts on campus, that's how bad Juan needed it to get.
but man, honestly, overall, just happy for him. I mean, 48-yard field goal. That's what you want, especially after that frustration that the special teams showed with Owen Wiley missing field goal after field goal. And now that you're able to find that consistent kicker that you needed this season, but was able to show up later on in the season, I mean, that's a good upside that you can bring into next season. So
Heartbreaking update too. Just checking the transfer portal. I knew we kind of knew it was happening, but Israel Polk has put his name in the transfer portal already.
Yeah, that doesn't come as a surprise to me, which probably means Marcel's leaving as well, because Israel Polk to me has had a slightly better season than Marcel. So we'll see what happens. Who knows? And we'll kind of get to that a little bit as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Schramm leave as well, just because I don't think anyone expected Garrison Smith to put his name in the portal, and he did, and he was gone. And I think Schramm could easily be as good as Garrison Smith next season, So we'll kind of end up seeing what happens there.
You have to expect Jordan Gant as well because as good of a season he had this year, that gives him a chance to go play for like a lower level Big Ten team or SEC team. I hate to see it, but I'll root for him because he gave us a historic moment with beating the crossing that 1,000-yard mark. So you can't hate on him for that.
Yeah, it's just, to me, it kind of depends on what you would want. If these players want to stay here, there's no reason why Akron next year cannot win 7 or 8 games, especially with their non-conference schedule. There's no reason why. This team, if everybody stays, you need a quarterback for one. But if everybody would have stayed, you could be competing for a 7 or 8 win season.
Yeah.
But if you go to a school like a Minnesota, like a South Carolina, are you competing to even be bowl eligible? Does it matter to be bowl eligible from some set? Probably not because you'd rather get paid. So
I mean, I feel like they would still be bowl eligible though. I feel like they can.
Honestly, this
South
whole
Carolina
thing
is terrible. Minnesota might make it, but
I mean, honestly, just with this whole NIL thing, this whole paying the players, I mean, pay them because of what they do. But honestly, it just takes the whole love of the game because now, like, a lot of players don't really stay for the tradition. It's just who could pay me more. And honestly, that's what has happened for Akron, and that's what what's it called? Coach Moorhead has been able to talk about and stress that it is hard to plan every single year because you don't really know who's going to leave.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like that. You got to kind of do what the Zips basketball team does where you reload every year and you're still competitive when it comes to the MAC and just in basketball as a whole.
Yeah, I have a question with the end of the season now. What do you think's next for Moorhead? Because I remember, I'll give myself, I'll throw my name out that I was the one kind of questioning if he was really going to get fired at mid-season because of how bad we started and like the situation we've been. But the back half of the season really stepped up, and I wonder what's next for him because it seems like he played himself in to keep his job, and I don't think they would really move on from him in the first place.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Juan.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta, just so you're not thrown under the bus, I also, with you, alongside you, had said that Moorhead, I thought he was gonna leave. Yeah. I thought, honestly, at the beginning, I was gonna be like, it's not going as much as you wanted it to go, like how convincing this Akron Zips team was. But then later on, I mean, kind of shut my mouth. He was able to prove to me as to why he has to stay. This process still has to go because, I mean, this is what Dev has been enforcing and has been talking about. This culture that Akron has now compared to the last 3 or 4 years has changed dramatically.
Yeah, I mean, like, just to start the season, like, you already had the big blow of you knew you weren't going to be bowl eligible because of the academic stuff.
Yeah, we can debate about that, but yeah.
And overall, like, as the season went on, like, it gave Dev the impression that, like, he got obsessed with the idea of trying to appeal it, which no one expected to happen.
They were going to. 100% they were.
Yeah,
if they got to 6 wins, they had that open week, it would have favored Akron. The NCAA loves money, so they 100% would have probably overturned it.
You're 100% the only person that would have thought they were going to appeal it.
And the memes about going to a bowl game by Kent State's Barstool is crazy. Where they put a sorry, kind of sidetracking on that, but I remember watching this post by their Barstool that they posted like Akron's record 5-7, and then with the question they must be going to a bowl game, right? Just hurts, but
some teams have gone bowling with 5 wins. Akron would not.
No, I know, but talking about how the whole thing about the grades and stuff.
Yeah, it's upsetting for sure.
Yeah, so. But going back to a positive note here, like Moorhead really showed turn around the year. Like obviously the really, really bad start, but then we still reached 5 wins out of 8 weeks, and I think that's still really good, and that's improvement off of last year, and that's all we asked for preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we wanted to step up, and it might have not been the prettiest way, but we stepped up. We got better.
Well, I think what we have to remember is that last year's season kind of mirrored this one in a sense where they did play better down the stretch. I think what Joe Moorhead, if you look at his resume, he did a pretty good job at Fordham. And then he went to Penn State as an offensive coordinator, then came here. Does Joe Moorhead think that the mission is done here? I don't think he does.
There's no way.
I think he wants to get this
Job's
program.
not finished.
I think he wants to get this program to a bowl game before we even talk about him leaving.
Did we win yet?
So to me, I think
job's not done.
I think you want to see. I don't know if a MAC championship is in the realms of possibility. However,
But if you eventually build this program into a 7-8 win program, like they'll probably start calling InfoStation the house that Joe built. Like being able to get even, like you said, 6 wins, get the bowl eligibility, get the 6-6. But if you get above 500 here, they might build a statue.
it could.
That's completely realistic too.
I mean, he's completely rebuilt
Moorhead
what this
doing the
program
Heisman
was.
post.
I mean, think about this, guys, for a second. His first 2 seasons here, he goes 2-10. The
Yeah.
person he replaced, Tom Arth, they were 2-10 before that. So it was 3 years of 2-10 football here at Akron.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel all that hopeful because a lot of times they're playing FCS opponents. Under Joe Moorhead, by the way, you almost lost to Morgan State. Under Joe Moorhead, you almost lost to St. Francis. Under Joe Moorhead. So, and those 2 teams are FCS opponents, basically Division II schools.
But Rome wasn't built in a day, and you see what he's done with more time and being able to get his players in, especially with the transfer portal era coming in that time.
Exactly. It wasn't built in a day, and I was kind of feeling. I was saying on Sports Power Talk, I was like, I understand they don't have any players, but come on, this team looks terrible. Coach, all the penalties, like, come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And then they won 4 games last year, and it completely shifted. And now I think the Zips next year are going to win the MAC championship because they won 5 this year.
On a good note, I mean,
what if we never lose again, guys?
I mean, look,
how would that feel?
I'm telling you, look at the non-conference schedule next year.
Man.
It's possible. That's all I gotta say. Ben, anything to add?
Not really. I mean, you really
Got talking to your mic there, man.
you dotted the I's and crossed the T's. But I mean, I'm kind of looking at next year's schedule because don't we play Minnesota?
Yeah, we do.
Realistically,
Wake Forest, FCS, Robert Morris, Minnesota, and UNLV. And
All are
it
winnable.
is at Wake Forest, home against Robert Morris, at Minnesota, and then home against UNLV. They have to travel across the country for us.
You can go 2-1 in that stretch.
Yeah,
For sure.
Minnesota's a team that historically has struggled against MAC teams. So I don't think you can pencil that one in as the win at all for Minnesota.
well, I was gonna say realistically, we can give Minnesota a run for their money.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to go back to talking about Joe Moorhead. Like last season was just like it was like one of those like awe-striking realization moments that like wow we can be a decent football school.
Yeah.
I mean they had 4 wins last season, right?
4 wins, but here's what was interesting. In MAC play, they were in every single one of their games until the 4th quarter.
Yeah. Yep. And
It's basically what the Cleveland Browns are this year. In
Yeah,
every single
4th
one of your
quarter.
games to the 4th quarter.
yeah. Don't.
Anyway, go ahead, Ben.
You're killing me. But like. But I want to say, like, he's really turning this program around. I mean, getting to 5 wins. I mean, realistically, we could have went 500 this season, right? We could have went 6-6. We
Yeah.
just lost to
Probably
lost
should
to
have beat
Kent State.
Kent.
We should have beat Kent.
Yeah.
So I mean, realistically, I can see us getting into a bowl game in the next year or 2, depending on who leaves, who stays, who comes to Akron. It just really depends. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens.
Yeah, last year they were 4-8, but there were games there where they led in the 3rd quarter and they lost. It wasn't just that it was tied or they were within 1 score. So I don't know. I do want to talk about Ben Finley here for a second. His season, his career here at Akron, his college season.
Ben Finley.
I like it.
It's
So our favorite meme right now is the Drake May.
Drake May, yeah.
Anyways, so the rest of the season, 2,475 yards for him, 18 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. In 2024, very similar numbers. 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Very similar seasons, but when you go back to who we had before in DJ Irons, who was just
Polish legend,
not
by the way.
great at all. With any
Polish league legend.
Wow.
DJ Irons. Put
didn't-
some respect on it.
He didn't have much arm talent, did DJ Irons, when he was here. So, just what do you take away from Ben Finley's career here at Akron? Very similar.
He's ready
Very
for the
Ben
combine.
Finley.
He's ready for the combine.
Very Ben Finley.
Yeah, along with, honestly, my review of Joe Moorhead being here. Like, he really helped pull the Zips out of the gutter. Yeah, it wasn't spectacular at all times. Yeah, there were ups and downs, and it's definitely been a roller coaster. And there's been times where I've been like, Ben Finley's the greatest quarterback to ever wear the blue and gold. And there's times when I've been like, I can't watch this guy play another play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you get the ups with the downs, but I think even with that, he still brought a decent level of consistency that we had not seen in years from this team. And I think that was something that you could count on at least 90% of Saturdays that you were at least going to get average to above average quarterback play. And that seemed like asking too much from this team.
And he's also very tough. Like, he played through an injury in that Bowling Green game. It was clear.
Last
That
season,
dude got
he was
hurt in
hurt
the first
all
half.
year.
He played
Yeah.
all game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we were leading out the
Yeah, we were leading.
national champions.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
were.
were.
3-0.
When you compare, so I just want to talk about this.
Okay.
So DJ Irons, the guy before Ben Finley,
Yeah.
his best season in the Akron Blue and Gold, 2,600 yards, 10 touchdowns, 7 picks. That was his best season in
10
terms
touchdowns?
of passing. That's it. Of
7
course, probably
picks.
had some on the ground. Though. He
Wow.
was more of a mobile
Yeah,
threat. But that was his best season.
Okay.
I feel like that's just not Akron football.
Also, too, I feel like Ben Finley was nails when you needed him to step up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when the Zips needed a drive, the Zips needed a completion, and that's definitely something that DJ Irons didn't have. I remember the game against Temple 3 years ago specifically, where the Zips are trying to go. They need a drive to go win the game at Temple, and you just lose because DJ Irons throws a pick on like a slant route that was just a bad ball.
Some devotion to accuracy, all-purpose touchdowns. He had 4 rushing touchdowns in 2022, so 14 total touchdowns, which is still less than what Ben Finley has had in a single season. So Ben Finley's miles better. He's miles better than DJ Irons.
Honestly,
I agree.
Honestly, Ben Finley has. He's progressed as the years go by, and honestly, as like Leah mentioned, we haven't seen a quarterback do this for Akron. So just got to thank him, and he has to get ready for the combine because if the Miami of Ohio quarterback DeQuan Finn is preparing for the NFL, then.
Ben Finley's better than him.
Yeah, so Ben
give it
Finley
a shot. Even if you go like 7th round or undrafted, just give it a shot. Show teams what you can get. Because
be a third string quarterback. You're earning money.
He has mini camp potential at the very least.
Yeah,
he's gonna get invited to some kind of camp.
Ben Finley,
he can make a practice squad.
Cleveland Browns.
His brother Ryan Finley was a Cincinnati Bengals legend. Backup.
Ben
Fun
Finley,
fact.
Cleveland Browns legend. You can come in.
I'm telling you, Ben Finley, you are a Saskatchewan Rough Rider. Toronto Argonaut.
San Antonio Brahmas.
Oh man.
USFL.
Yeah. So,
But
I
no,
don't know.
Ben Finley had a great career here. I think a lot of there's a lot of things that overshadow how much of an impact he really had in this team, and he was just competent the whole way around. So, plus you had more touchdowns than half of your interceptions. So, 18-8 is better.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I want to say, like, Ben Finley kind of set a bar here at Akron because I know from the previous quarterbacks that we've had, I think he set a bar. So I'm kind of excited to see what's next. Like, who's gonna be our starter? What's gonna happen? Because I feel like we're at like an Ohio State situation last year where we really didn't know what quarterback
You
they were
had
gonna
two
start.
good options. Who's the better of the two?
Yeah, right.
And then honestly, now I also want to see, like we've been talking about the transfer portal about players leaving. I want to see who comes in.
Yes,
That's what I said, yeah.
I'm very excited to see because I feel like you can if I were in the transfer portal and I was like in like that lower level like range.
Yeah.
I see an Akron team that went 4-4 last year, goes 5-7 this year, and they're showing improvement back-to-back years that they're gonna keep progressing on. Like I want to be a part of that team so I can do my best to help win for that team.
And then honestly, just going off of what Dev has been saying every single episode now that Gant has been popping off, he came from an FCS school. You were able to find a diamond in the rough.
The very same FCS school that the Bowling Green head coach came from, by the way. And then he didn't know how to use them. Which is really funny.
Meaning
we
that
showed him how to use them.
Yeah, meaning
I'm saying.
that if you're able to do the same scouting that you were able to do for Gant, I am very, very hopeful that we're able to do it for any position.
I think so. Exactly. I mean, I'm going to be very eager to see. I think for sure some players are going to want to come here.
Do you think that like Akron is kind of like a median between FCS and like lower Big Ten school, like Power 4 schools?
It can be.
Yeah.
There's no reason why it can't be. A lot of players look at Ohio and some of the other good teams in the MAC exactly like that. And Akron, there's no reason why Akron cannot be right up in that conversation.
And I think it's kind of funny because that realistically, if somebody from an FCS school has one good year, like that could help us, even though they might leave to go to another school.
Exactly.
To kind of climb the ladder.
Honestly, just talking about Ben Finley before we transition to whatever we have to transition. So he is the leading passer, right, with passing yards this season.
For the Big Ten?
No, for the MAC. Ben Finley.
That's what I
but-
totally said.
Yeah.
But there is one more week of MAC play because remember, Akron's open
Okay.
week is right. Technically,
Yeah.
at the time that we're recording this the week after Akron had beat Bowling Green. So there's
Yeah.
still some MAC games to happen. So we don't necessarily know. But as of right now, Ben Finley, yes, he's the leader in the MAC. Still 1 week of MAC left though. But Akron's open week is now.
And then
so Akron's
Gant is
season's
also
over.
leading in rushing yards.
Yes.
So
Could both be first team All MACs.
honestly, that's a good note. You have two players who are leading in their respective place that they have to lead. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting. Do you think Jordan Gant's going to stay? I know we kind of all said that we don't think so necessarily.
As
don't
much
think-
as I want him to, I really don't think so.
I pray for it because I mean, if he can lead, if he stays, we already know who RB1 is, and he would be like our for sure lead guy, and that's like a staple of the offense.
We
And
should-
because he's a big reason why we lost.
we should have a shrine of Jordan Gant at WZIP.
just will him into staying here.
Just Jordan Gant, please stay.
Convince him.
We'll bring him in for a podcast and an
Let's
interview.
do a song like the Please Stay LeBron song.
Yeah. Ty, I'll let you be the lead vocal on that.
Yes, Ty, come on. Give it to us.
Bruce,
guys-
could we go ahead and just get that song to play right now?
You guys ever
And
heard
do
what
the-
like Prince sounded like? That's like me.
Big dog.
All right. So we all don't think he's going to stay then, I take it.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Good things don't normally happen to us,
Yes.
so
Marcel. I mean, he looked good in this Bowling
I
Green
think
game,
he-
back-to-back
I think
breaks
he
for
stayed.
him.
If anyone
Yeah.
were to stay, I think it'd be Marcelo because he's still a freshman. He started to pop off the back end of the season.
And also,
I mean, if you can't just transfer because you had like
Yeah.
4 really good games.
You totally can. That's exactly what Adrian Norton did.
No,
That's exactly what
I
Adrian
know,
Norton
but
did last
honestly,
year.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
and is he
It's
having
not
any
convincing.
success now?
It's
Not
not
really, but
with
still.
Marshall.
No.
yeah, the
4 good games
the
means
him
nothing.
only doing it for a limited time is just a little bit of cope that I'm
Yeah.
telling myself. He'll probably be gone because again, good things don't happen to us. But I do think that like there's a much greater chance of Marcel staying.
Yeah. He's wide
Yeah.
receiver 1 next year.
I just
Yeah,
think
hopefully,
just
yeah.
think that if Israel Polk puts his name in the portal, I think Marcel has to.
A lot of these guys are going to put their name in.
Yeah.
I mean, they can come back still, but
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw that with the basketball team after they all
Yeah.
announced they were coming back.
Tavari
And
Johnson.
Then they saw what what I'm sure Nate got
Nate,
from Kansas State, and then guys were dipping their toe in the
Conklin.
portal.
I can't believe that Nate's a starter too. In
Yeah, with
addition,
Kansas
in
State.
addition to that,
Yeah.
I was
And he's
I
been
was-
popping off,
I
too.
was shocked when I thought he was like just going to get money and not really be playing much, but wow. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Marcel. I don't know. So with the 2025 season being over, we are officially done. They finished 5-7. We already talked about that. What's your guys' favorite memory of this season?
My favorite memory is winning the WZIP Cup and getting
Oh,
having the best
brother.
record.
Oh, brother.
8-3.
That
8-3.
that meme of Simon.
I'm playing the,
Oh, brother.
the sad trombone.
No,
brother.
I won, man. Hey,
Oh,
hey,
brother.
Where's
This guy
where's my
stinks.
where's my title belt?
Man.
It's
nah.
invisible.
In all seriousness, like my favorite thing about this whole thing is just the fact that we had an 1,000-yard rusher. Jordan Gant, like early on, showed like he might have been like the decent because I like early season we really didn't know who would be that lead rushing guy.
Yeah.
And then it clearly became Jordan Gant, and he just took off. So I'm really glad that he had a great season. If he stays next year, which again slim chance of that actually happening. That's a great season, and I think he could really build off of that if he stays. I think he can reach 1,200 next year.
Potentially, for sure.
Camera. My favorite memory of this getting emotional right now.
Stadium Pulse.
The fact that,
Stadium.
that they brought you in to be a punter
Yeah.
for a little bit, you like thought about being in,
Yeah.
and then they kind of had you in the field house and everything.
My favorite memory was the Akron special.
That's the wrong bet. No.
The Akron special. That play was just
Gotta hit the air horn.
that was Akron football. That was like I love Maction. I love Akron. I love Ben Finley. I love Coach Moorhead. That play was arguably one of the best
Special
plays.
was
Yeah.
one of the best plays I've ever seen. in my life.
Yeah. That's what Maction is. And thank you, camera.
Honestly,
Ben?
I have two. One's a low light and one's like a highlight. I'm gonna start with the low light first. So that first game against Wyoming,
Oh,
when
no.
we were like knocking on the door, we were in the red
Yeah.
zone, And I'm there. I'm at InfoCision Stadium. I'm getting rowdy. And then I see Ben Finley staring down. I don't know if it was like a cornerback or a linebacker. He stares him down, and he throws it right at the linebacker and kicking the end zone. I'm just like, that's got to be some Akron football if I've ever seen it.
Akron football for sure.
Yeah.
But then a really big highlight was I was doing laundry downstairs, and I was listening to the Kent game. They were in overtime. Or they were about to go in overtime, and just that 2-point play, that play call was just phenomenal. That like little fake to Ben Finley. I don't know what other way to end. It didn't end the game, but to continue that game, because that was a really great game.
Welcome to Akron. You find positive in the negative.
Liam, you kind of stepped out for a little bit, thinking about what your favorite memory
I
was.
really got some emotional deep thoughts going on.
You need some fresh air for your
I have
thoughts.
2 highlights. My first highlight, again, goes to that Kent State game. I was privileged enough to be down on the sideline in the end zone for the Akron special, and got to get right up with Ben right after he scored. I got to celebrate that. Like, it was just one of the most electric moments that I've experienced
On the
in
broadcast.
InfoCision Stadium. And then also, this is kind of a weird one, but I don't know, it just felt cool. So back in week 1, when the Zips were playing Wyoming, I had drove that day to Chicago to an Oasis concert and got there early. So I was watching the game from the floor at Soldier Field. I'm the only one in the entirety of this. And I had the stream going as long as I could get it going. But I'm the only one out of these thousands and thousands of people that's like, I got to watch this Maction right now. I guess it wasn't Maction, but this Zips game right now.
Love it.
And it was just like that meme where it's like the 2 people dancing and their guy in the corner. I felt like that guy in the corner would be like, these guys have no idea how much I love Zips football.
Man.
The Akron special was
And
nice.
then and then my low light had to just be the Nebraska game. Like that just
You knew that was
it
happening.
felt like
as soon as you walked in.
such a low.
Discount Pat Mahomes. Cooking up the Akron Zips.
Man.
Team of Mahomes beating us.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite memory, Akron Special is up there for sure. I think the fact that CMU got outcoached by Joe Moorhead,
Yeah.
a team right now that is in the hunt for the number 2 MAC team, because again, they still haven't played yet. There's still this whole week of MAC play. So at this point, they're on the outside looking in. Who knows what's going to happen after this podcast comes out? But they are. That's something to me that I thought was my favorite memory, because that shows that Akron can hang out with anybody in the MAC, anyone that is as good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think that CMU game was really the turning point of the season. Like, it for sure was. Because after that, then we saw, like, okay, Akron got started getting their wins. That was one of the few that I think some of us thought was like, oh, that's a surprise win that Akron took down CMU. And since then, like, I think we took 2 losses for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like, I think that really was the turning point of, like, okay, Zips are finally, like, getting the rhythm and, like, really getting what they want to do, showing their identity, and it showed for sure.
Ty, do you have a favorite memory? If you don't, that's okay.
Well, I guess I got 2.
Well, go ahead.
1, this podcast room. It's finally been completed.
Let's get the applause going. They're cheering. They're happy. Okay. Go ahead.
And 2 is that I was given the honor of being able to sit behind the glass.
Nice.
Be the faceless man.
Yeah, you had
Be the faceless man that gets to
We like the faceless
run
man,
these
though.
cameras,
We do.
chime in a little bit.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
It was.
3 words. We love Maction.
We love Maction. We love Akron football. Zip go the Zippers.
So overall, I want you guys to rate the season. Just out of 10,
Season.
was it exactly what you thought we were going to get? Did they shatter your
Let's
expectations?
go like that. So Matt first.
Well, I was originally thinking a C+, but I'll go 6 out of 10.
6 out of so that's a D minus actually.
No.
That's not a C plus. That's a D minus.
Well, different grading scale.
Yeah.
Okay,
His
so
grading
give me a
skills
Are we calling a
different.
5 average then in your case?
5 would, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
A 2 or 3 would be a D minus.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Give me I'll go like a low 6.
okay, 1.
Just for the likes of it, since you said 6 out of 10.
No.
I'll say 7 out of 10.
No.
Okay.
Just
Statistically wrong.
7 out of 10.
You're wrong.
Because, I mean.
6, 7. I had to do it. Back to back podcast.
But
That's like
what's
4
it
in a row
called?
now.
So
Joke's
the
never
thing-
gonna
I
end.
can't with these people.
thing-
can't with
The
these people.
thing with the 7 out of 10 season, that's because even though we didn't go to a bowl game, even though we did lose the wagon wheel game, we lost some games that we should have won. Honestly, we're on a bright side. We're on a bright note. The team has been able to progress how we wanted it. Coach Moorhead has been able to change the culture. There's been a lot of outstanding players that we have seen, like Jordan Gant, like Marcel, who have had a good game. And then Jordan Gant overall, great season, 1,000 rushing yards, which is what you want from your running back. And honestly, I mean, just very excited to see what these Akron Zips have in store for next year.
I think all of us in this room can all officially go on record and say that we're all Moorhead heads.
Yeah.
As Liam said during the last game day for basketball last year, we're all Moorhead heads here now. I mean, we have to be now.
I wouldn't say that far, but I do have to throw in one more positive thing.
Yeah.
2 Akron blowouts this year.
Yeah.
51-7 against Duquesne, which you knew was going to happen.
And against you.
44-10 against UMass, which you knew was going to happen. But, hey, Akron blowouts means good action.
Phenomenal.
Good action.
Good action.
And you're on the other side of 2 more, so I mean you can double it and put 4 blowouts this season.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Man. Robert Morris, be on blowout watch.
Wow.
All right, Ben.
From
overall,
as like an outsider's perspective, because I'm not in the sports department, I have to say they have definitely exceeded my expectations from last year. Mm-hmm. Even I thought they were kind of gonna be like about the same, maybe 4 wins, maybe 3 wins, to be honest. But I'd give them probably a solid B+. I'm excited to see where they're headed. I'm honestly, has anyone ever seen that Bill Belichick press conference where they're firing questions and he's just like, on to Cincinnati, Cincinnati.
Yeah,
that's what for me.
On to 2026.
On to 2026. I'm looking forward to that new quarterback.
Hey, good, better, best.
So like about 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Liam, before I get your ranking out of 10, I do want to kind of just get your perspective on this.
Mr. Sports Director.
Yes. So
Mr. Liam.
This felt like this was the first season that games that Akron was supposed to win, they did win. They
100%.
And it wasn't like games that they were supposed to blow out. It wasn't like it was a 3-point win against St. Francis. It was actually like you were supposed to blow out Duquesne. You blew out Duquesne. You were supposed to blow out UMass. You blew out UMass. You were supposed to win some of these games. Like you were supposed to beat Bowling Green, maybe a little more further away than we expected, but you still beat Bowling Green.
That was something that I harped on all the way back to the preview show for the season. It's do what you're supposed to do to those bad teams, and also to occasionally get some of those one-score games to go your way. And we saw that with the Bowling Green game. The Zips that's where you're really seeing this team grow. Yes, they only grew by 1 win, but you're starting to see things bounce the Zips way. You're starting to see the ball bounce the Zips way. And again, you're starting to see them really handle the teams that are worse than them. They're not playing close games against Duquesne. They're absolutely sticking it to UMass. That's where I think you're really seeing the improvement in this program, and I think it just shows the level of depth that this program has. As you get through the season, you still have the talent out there to go blow out a UMass.
I think the throw in there's a testament too that you weren't supposed to win that Buffalo game, but you did.
You weren't supposed to beat CMU either.
You weren't supposed to beat CMU, and you did.
You had Miami on the ropes. Like you played well against Miami as well. Despite
probably should have beat Ball State.
The offense kind of fell apart. You should have beat Ball State. I blame the lightning delay. Anyway, Liam, what's your ranking out of 10 for the season?
So when it comes to Zips football, I don't do letter grades or 10 out of 10 grades. I go on a pass-fail scale.
Okay, pass-fail.
And all I asked for this season was improvement, and the Zips very much did that. I think they did it in plenty of aspects. I think they improved on defense throughout the year. The offense improved, I think, from last year. So I give the Zips a pass this season.
I'm giving them a 10 out of 10. You don't laugh. It's not funny because you need to consider where this team was. Think about 2017 was the last time this team was competitive. What are you looking for?
There it is.
There it is. No, they have been a bunch of times. No, 10 out of 10.
Like that Russell Westbrook.
And here's why.
What?
Here's why. Here's why. Because 2017 was the last time this team was 500 in conference play. The last time this team had won at least 5 games was 2017. This team deserves a 10 out of 10 because nobody expected them to be even this close in conference play. And you can go back, talk about the Wyoming game, a game you should have won. You could talk about the Ball State game, a game you should have won. You could talk about the UAB game, another game you should have won. But again, when it all came down to it, Akron beat teams that they weren't supposed to beat to kind of make up for it. And they win 5 games, and they are 4-4 in conference, first time since 2017.
Cameron, bring it in. We're taught to not be a homer in our broadcasting on the radio in this. We're not supposed to be homers here.
We're homers. We're Akron
Dev is
related.
the biggest homer I think I've ever seen in my entire life. There's no way. I respect the argument of 10 out of 10, but that reaches an 8 at max or a 7.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. it's still Akron football. It's not the prettiest thing in the world.
I don't think a lot of people expected this team to be bowl eligible. So when you come down to it, because they wouldn't have been able to anyway. But I don't think anyone expected a 6-win season.
You're
except
the
for me.
same person that expected them to appeal.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that if you weren't going to get to 6 wins, because the ceiling for this team was 6 or 7 wins. So if you weren't going to get that, what else did you get? Well, you beat some teams you weren't supposed to beat. You played very well down the stretch in conference play. You finished the season winning 3 out of 4 games.
But then
Your offense looks good.
If you don't live
10 season though,
that's a 10 out of 10 is only for if you go completely undefeated. You're number
not
one.
true.
Not even that. Not even that.
It's not true.
For the ceiling for Akron is a 10 out of 10. You make a bowl game, okay? Which we did not do. But a 10 out of 10 season, I wouldn't say it is. I'd say okay, I'll give it an 8 at max.
Yeah,
I'll tell you why.
that's exactly what I'm
because
saying.
You can't do
when
that.
teams, because this was what we stressed about every single game day. If the defense wasn't showing up, it was offense. If it was an offense, it was defense. When you have a 10 out of 10 season, you have both sides of the ball, both sides of the team, meaning defense and offense, clicking in, as well as special teams.
See, I'm looking at this in a different light because the culture here is different. The team is different. This is a rebuild year. It has been a rebuild year since 2018.
You can't
and they
10 out of 10 a rebuild.
Yes, you do. You get 10 out of 10 for the rebuild because you know the future is bright here.
You finished
Last year,
lower than your expectations. How can it be a perfect season?
My expectations were, no, I said the ceiling was 6 or 7 wins.
What was your expectation?
I probably said they were going to win 6 games.
And that they were going to be a bowl eligible.
But again, the reason why they get a 10 out of 10, though, is because you beat teams you weren't supposed to beat.
I mean,
beat
yeah, but you
Central
also
Michigan,
lost
you
to
beat
teams you're
Buffalo.
supposed to win.
I mean, I would argue you weren't supposed to beat UAB or Wyoming.
You look kind of like
He looks defeated at my first. Ty, give me some backup. Well, let's go to Ty first. Give me some backup.
Ty,
Please say 10 out of 10 so these people can be
Ty.
not be upset about this.
Don't let him coerce
I
you.
think there is some major inflation behind
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
rating right there.
Hey, he's just excited because it's his last ever
Call
football
this
game
guy
day.
the American dollar the way
I
he's
give this
played.
season
Jeez.
at most a 6.5 out of 10.
okay.
Thank
and
you.
that is generous.
Thank you.
I'm not playing devil's advocate here. Nor
I think it
am
would have been funnier if we would have all rated this game on completely different scales.
Nor do I think I'm being too harsh with that or being too generous with that. I think 6.5 is right where it needs to be because you lost to Kent. You can't
Exactly.
lose
Yeah.
the wagon wheel.
Yeah.
And you finished below 500. Now, you finished 500 at home games for sure.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
That's a huge
good.
positive.
That's where the 6 come from.
Yeah.
But you lose so many points with being so inconsistent. I mean, it was a field goal shootout against Bowling Green.
He had a touchdown in there.
One touchdown. One.
Still take
And
it.
what quarter did it happen in?
Third.
The third.
It did happen
Israel
in the
Polk,
third quarter.
75-yard catch and run touchdown.
They played, 30 minutes of 30 football minutes before they actually got a touchdown. That's insane.
Yeah, but it was cold. It was a bad day. Okay, I'll revise.
Excuses.
My
You
prediction.
think Josh Allen
I'll revise.
doesn't throw a touchdown until the third quarter when it's -5 degrees out? Josh Allen slings.
Okay,
the
hearing. Well, Josh Allen's not Ben Finley. Hearing some great.
Yeah. Ben Finley
He's
is
the team who
Ben
Josh
Finley
Allen.
clears Josh Allen, right?
god.
Hearing, yeah, literally.
He's Sam Darnold. As he
Hearing your
goes.
guys' great analysis, I'll revise it, but it's still you guys still aren't gonna like it. It's like a 9.25 out of 10. Only because they didn't win what I thought they were going to win, and they didn't win the wagon wheel game. Otherwise, this team is heading in the right direction. And watch out next year.
Right
I
direction
tell you
isn't
what,
a good season,
No,
though.
I'll tell you what. Watch out next year. This team's gonna be good next year. I don't think anybody is going to be surprised.
Watch
at that.
after this.
I will-
Pinpoint to this podcast here after next season ends. Come right back on here and be like, yeah, this dev guy, he was kind of goofy saying that they had a 10 out of 10 season last year, and he's saying they're going to be good. But here we are. We're in the MAC championship. Liam's heading to Detroit, Michigan with Matt, ready to cover the
No
game.
place
and you
I'd
guys are
rather
like,
be.
Here we go.
No
it's the
place
MAC
I'd rather be.
championship.
Hey, if you are right and I am wrong, I will gladly admit this, and I will reference every point I can that entire show to this moment. I just can't expect it. If I'm gonna dream going to Detroit for the MAC championship, I have zero expectation of that actually happening. Not next year.
We'll
Maybe
see.
in a few years. There's potential.
I'll
Not
say
next
something.
year.
If Akron, if Akron wins the MAC championship next year, I'll shave my head and I'll dye it gold and blue.
I'm
Do the
holding
leopard
you
print.
to that. I'm not going to be here
what
anymore,
hair
but
are
I'm
you gonna
holding you
dye?
to it.
I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut.
Buzz cut.
I'm gonna have buzz cut. Yeah.
You should do a leopard print.
No, I got to do the Akron colors.
Do Akron color leopard print.
Oh man,
It's okay.
I'll do it. Hold me to it.
Okay.
I'm putting it at
On
risk.
camera. Right
This
here.
is- this
It's
is
on
on
camera.
camera?
It is official.
At risk.
I'm holding him to it.
If they win or just go.
If we
No,
win the MAC
if
championship.
if they go.
If they go.
At
Oh,
least-
shake,
at least
reshake
if
on
they
it.
go. At least if they go.
Ty, you got to hold him to it.
Oh,
Liam,
no.
you got to hold him to
Oh,
it. Ben, you
no.
got to hold him to it.
I got you.
All right. So, Liam, you're kind of quiet in my little prediction. You think that's shocking to say the least? Or you think
I would
it's
argue
pretty-
everyone was loud against you on that.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. So the 2026 season.
Yeah, I'm
Go
not.
ahead.
I'm not exactly
Okay.
gonna book my bus ride to
You
Michigan.
might as well, man.
It feels too short to fly. I don't really want to use my own gas to drive.
No. Bars. Bars.
Take a train.
Either way,
Take a boat.
I don't think
Take
I
a
don't-
wheel.
Going into we'll go into the warp here, see if I can envision myself in Detroit, Michigan, circa late December, mid-December,
It's like,
early
yeah,
December.
like early to
December
mid.
2026.
I don't see myself in Detroit. I do see myself coming back on the show and being like, man, I'm really proud of how the Zips did. We got to 7 wins this year.
I'm
We're
right there with
going
you.
to
And then
the
instead,
Duke's Mayo Bowl.
That's where you're going
Yeah.
instead of the MAC championship.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
potentially.
I want to see the Pop-Tart Bowl in real life. I want to see the 12 Pop-Tarts
I
fall
want to see
into the
Moorhead
toaster at
eat
once.
a Pop Tart.
Okay.
at the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, you got to talk into your mic, man. You keep not talking into the mic.
Yeah, no, I envision Joe Moorhead.
The Pop Tart.
I don't know, maybe next year, sitting at the 50-yard line eating a Pop-Tart.
Potentially. Okay, so before we wrap up here this podcast, we all kind of said we were happy with the Zips. Some of us said they were a little more happier than others.
Only you.
Oh yeah.
But,
Only you.
well, some of us did. We're not just going to talk
You
about
are
it.
some.
We talked about the non-conference schedule. Looks kind of
Yeah.
easy. Way too early prediction in the non-conference games. What do you think between Wake Forest, FCS Robert Morris at Minnesota, and here against UNLV?
Out of those 4 games,
Yes,
I think
I
we
believe
go
you go 2-2.
2-2.
3-1.
Oh.
Liam.
Like I said earlier, you have to go 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say 2-2, but realistically, I can see them going 4-0.
Okay.
Really?
Possible. I mean,
Wow.
Minnesota's a
Okay.
team that has struggled against.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
have been
definitely
struggling very, very.
It's
I feel like the
100%
hard thing
possible.
about that is going to be is just because it's an away game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We'll
think
never
that's-
get a home game
Especially at
against
a
the
Big
Ten.
Big Ten school too.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we can keep like those first 4 games close, I think there's a realistic chance that like anything can really happen with those games, and that's being like overly optimistic. And I'm not even like gonna try to be like cautious about it. Like, I think they can really like impress people to start the season. If they can start hot next year, I think that momentum carries through the MAC play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ty, what do you think?
Just to be different from everyone else.
Yeah.
1-3.
Okay.
All right, 2026 season, just the whole season overall. What's their record predictions?
Bye, Liam.
Liam's heading out. All right.
Record predictions. I like the 6-win season. I think they finally reached that 500 mark.
Okay.
I gotta agree with Matt. 6 wins.
Ty.
Skip me. I'm uneducated on this.
Okay. Just give me your record prediction.
Throw a
That's all I
number.
need.
All right,
Say a number.
Just say a number.
Just say a number.
Well, what do
They're
you
gonna
say?
win
How do you think the
either
Zips are going to be
6 or
next
8
year?
wins.
I'll say we'll probably finish as a 500 team.
Okay.
Okay.
So 6-6.
Oh, so you guys are. This is going to be another. This room's going to explode. When
Oh,
I get
boy.
mine.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh,
Go
12-0 incoming.
Okay, so like I said, if they realistically go 4-0 in non-conference play, I'm going to say like 4-0 or 3-1. I definitely could see like 8 wins. Okay.
We don't know who they're playing. I mean, it could very well. You might be playing Miami, Toledo, Ohio, Western Michigan.
Give it to me, Dev.
Yeah, and you look.
I'm ready.
You look like you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, so Akron next season, they're going to win 9 games. And here's why.
Okay.
Because I
mean,
said they're
hey,
going to go
Matt,
3-1.
At least he did not say 12.
He did not say 12.
12-0.
Because they're going to go 3-1 in conference play.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
probably going to lose to Minnesota. And
You
that's
mean
it.
non-conference?
Non-conference.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
In conference play, even if you're playing a team at the likes of Toledo, by the way, it would be here because you played them there.
Yes.
I believe Ohio would also be here because
Be
last
here,
time,
yeah,
last
because
time
last
we played
time we
Ohio,
played
it
them
was
over
there.
there.
Yes.
Miami would be in Miami if you play Miami, which you might not play Miami.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you do, it would be there.
Kent State will be in Kent.
Yeah.
And again, that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
The Zips faithful are going to be traveling for
Yeah,
that
for
one.
sure.
Absolutely.
And I mean, we know how it went last time we were in
We
Kent.
played at Kent.
I believe Western, if you play Western, would be here because last time you played Western, it was there.
Okay.
Central would be there. So I just think that if you're, no matter how you slice it, 'cause I don't think Central's on the same level as a Western. I don't think they're on the same level as a Ohio, as a Toledo.
No.
So I just think the fact that you're going to be home for those kind of games, it gives Akron a shot to win 9 games.
Okay.
I think that's
and
the
that would
ceiling.
be enough for Akron to be either one or number 2 in the MAC.
Okay.
And they'd be heading down to Detroit for the MAC championship.
Okay.
And they'll end the season by blowing out the Rockets in the MAC championship.
Wow.
Next season. I'm calling my
can't-
shot now.
I can't agree with that. However, I think 9 wins is the ceiling.
Yeah.
So I won't even like
Agreed.
yell at you about that
9 and
because
3.
that is more realistic than I think more people think. You just got to be cautiously optimistic with that one. It's been my saying. That's been my saying the entire season. Just be cautiously optimistic, and that prediction is in that. So I think next season should be fun. I'm gonna go back to back in our WZIP prediction standings. I am running it back.
Bring it back.
I will clean the table with y'all.
Ty put his hand
Wow.
up. So are you saying like 5-0 or something? The Zips are going to start 5-0? No? Yeah, huh?
50 minutes.
We've been going for 50
We
minutes?
have been going for 50
Wow, we have
minutes.
kind of zipped and zagged throughout this whole thing.
Wow.
haven't we?
I see what you did there.
Wow.
All right, it's right there, I believe.
Wow.
It is. It's a
Love
really
it.
good
All
shot.
right,
it.
so I think as a fair way to close the show out, Dev, this is your final
Last
game day
day.
for the football side. We still have basketball for the couple weeks, but this really is your last game day for football, and you were one of the pioneers of this show with Liam
Yeah.
and one Drew Bailey. So
Yes.
to close out the show, I'll let you take the
Yeah.
floor,
Have
have
your
your final
moment.
have your final moments with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was really awesome that we kind of created this brand new podcast / show. It's aired every once in a while on Z88. If you haven't heard it, well, you can
WZIP 88.1.
Yep.
Exactly.
The best radio station.
It's right there.
Boom.
behind us.
Best station in the nation.
Yep.
It's been really awesome talking
Zips
about
Nation.
Zips football every single week, talking
Yeah.
about what they are going to do. Are they going to win? Last season in the final podcast for basketball, I said, are the Zips going to win more than 4 games? Guess what? They did win more than
Yeah.
4 games, guys. And I'm just really impressed with how this team's going to go. I think they're on a great trajectory, and they're going to win 9 games next year. That's all I have to
Okay.
say about that. Any final thoughts on the season, guys?
I'm really glad we had we showed some life the back half
Yeah.
after what was a pretty brutal start. I'm just glad that I hope that there really is a lot of like jumps and leaps that we can go through. Jordan Gant, please stay. That's all I ask. Just give us one more chance. You know it. You know you're a dog. You can lead this offense.
Yeah.
Please,
This-
you get that captain patch. I'll give it to you. I'll give you $20 per minute.
Wow.
If
All
you
right.
stay here.
All right.
Even
all right.
if-
all right.
That's NIL.
All right.
Even if you bring in a horrible quarterback, a
Yeah.
DJ Irons level quarterback, if Jordan Gant
Jordan
stays here,
Gant
this team
stays,
still is
yeah.
going to win 7 games
Yeah.
because of how good he is on
Yeah.
the mound. And it just is what it is. So you got to stay, man. Please give us
So,
one more season. Take us
please.
bowling. Take us to the MAC championship.
Yeah.
And have Jordan Gant be the offensive player of the game in that
Yeah.
game next year.
Be
I'm setting the script now.
Okay.
be the college football Saquon.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Honest. And then,
Kareem Hunt stayed at Toledo.
yeah.
Think about that.
Exactly.
He did.
So come on,
Be
come
Saquon.
on, man.
Come
You got to
on,
stay
Jordan.
because then maybe you're
You
NFL
gotta-
ready.
You got to do it.
You will be here. Trust.
So what was the question
I got
again,
you.
Dev?
Just
5
final
points of
thoughts.
contact.
Okay. Final thoughts.
Never leave.
Final thoughts about this just overall season is you're on a great note. Zips, you have a high ceiling for next year. You have the chance of winning more games than you did this season. And then so far, what this team has been showing is just they keep on getting more wins throughout every single season. And honestly, that's hopefully what happens next season. Gant, like Matt was saying, like Dev was saying, like Ben was saying, you have to stay.
It's my mic.
You have to stay. I mean, honestly, this could be your offense.
Exactly.
This could be your offense. You could be the leader that this offense needs, and that we've been wanting a running back like you. So honestly, I mean, just stay, lead this offense, and then overall, there's just high hopes that you can have for this Akron Zips offense and defense. Really excited to see who we bring in from the transfer portal. Sad to see who is going to leave. But honestly, on a high note, I mean, Akron, you got a lot of great things to look ahead for.
Camera, bring it in. Listen, Jordan. All right, hear me out.
My
okay?
glorious king.
We're probably going to be playing Eastern Michigan next year. You know, as Eastern Michigan, that Noah guy. Imagine you can just blow through the Noah guy. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Trust.
Say
On
his
the
last
great
name.
field, too, because we're going to be out there.
Hey, say his
Trust.
last name.
Is
Say
it
his
like
last name.
Niga?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have any final thoughts.
Yeah, like I said, like what Bill Belichick said, I'm in Cincinnati. I'm looking forward to 2026. It's kind of like watching like a Netflix original where they release like the episodes every week.
Can we
I'm
get
just-
Hard Knocks for Akron Zips?
That would be so
I'm
amazing.
literally I'm excited to turn the page and see what's
Yeah.
what's next for us.
Yeah.
Quarterback wise.
It's like that podcast the Browns would used to do. It's like building the Browns. This is
Yeah.
this is building the Zips. Is
Yeah.
what we need.
Yeah.
Zipping the Zips.
Yeah, we're zipping the Zips.
Zip
That's what we
go
have
the
to do.
zippers.
Applicating Akron.
Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us every single week for Zips Game Day. We started as just audio only, and now
Yeah.
we're seeing
Now.
live.
You can
Advancing
see us.
times here.
You can see us
You
all.
can see us now.
It's been a lot of
Who's
fun.
who?
Yeah.
I think I do want to give a massive thank you to Ty Paul
Yeah,
for
thank you, Ty.
sitting in
Behind the
every
glass.
single time,
Yeah.
kind of telling us what he thinks the Zips are going to do. Even though Ty's not a verified sports guy, and yet he's still able to hold his own here and talk
Yeah.
about Akron Zips football. And I know you're really excited about what they're going to do next.
Hey,
year.
he's a hoopist.
Of course. I
He's a-
do
he's
see
a-
myself,
he's a big basketball
myself
guy.
as a honorary sports department member.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The floor is yours if you want it.
You know,
Yes.
I'll do my homework when the time comes.
Good.
Next time. Next,
then
on,
I'll
just
leave it at
as
that.
we've been
Before
saying, on
summer breaks, the
2026,
offseason.
right?
On to 2026.
Before we finish,
Okay, go ahead.
I want to give my accolades to you, Dev.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dev, you've been honestly the pillar of what Zips Game Day is.
Yeah.
You've been the person that day in, day out, I know me personally, I know Matt and Ben, and then Liam, anyone else here at WZIP. You're the type of person we look up to because of the motivation, the dedication that you have for Akron and for the athletics. And I just personally want to say, since this is our last Zips Game Day for football, just overall hope whatever success you have in life, you achieve it. And just overall, thank you for the lessons you've taught us.
Happy trails, Dev.
Yeah, I'm really
Happy
excited
trails.
for what game day is going to be once I leave. And again, thank you so much for joining us
Yeah.
here on the final edition of Zips Game Day for football season. Basketball season, though, is still happening.
Yep.
Zips taking on Iona. You'll be listening to that and all that fun stuff. And again, thank you so much. Have a good one. Go Zips!
See you later, guys.
Go the Zippers.